Hey everyone, we're still in Advanced Object-Oriented Programming chapter, and I'm just going to go over this next practice problem with inheritance. So, over here, we're just going to have a vehicle class that's going to be a parent to several different children classes. So we have car, truck, and motorcycle. And then none of these classes are going to be that complicated. This is actually probably a much simpler exemplar than this first one we did, but it's a good way to continue practicing the syntax. So let's go ahead and just make this first class for vehicle. Let's see, make model attributes in init. So let's do def init, and let's say make model year, and we're going to make these into instance variables. I actually don't know very much about cars, so if the examples I come up with are not very good when I instantiate these, you'll just have to forgive me. Okay, so let's do start and stop methods that just return messages. Okay, that's easy enough. So start, self, let's return self.make, self.model, self.year has started. Okay, and let's just copy and then paste that over here. Call this stop. That is stopped. Okay. Okay, so this is first class here, and then we're going to create some, so we say derived classes here. We're deriving our attributes and methods from vehicle. Usually you just call it the child class or the subclass, right? So let's just do car. Class car inherits from vehicle, okay? And it adds absolutely nothing, okay? So we're just going to pass. Remember, pass makes it so we can follow the syntax rules of code following a colon, right? But does nothing. It does absolutely nothing, okay? So we're just going to directly grab everything from vehicle when we do this. So we can do class truck will also inherit from vehicle. And let's see, we're going to add a cargo capacity attribute in our init. So that means we need to have our init, okay? And you'll notice if I actually start typing this out, let me do that again. We do init. If I just push enter or return if you're on a Mac, it's smart enough to know that you are inheriting from vehicle. And what does vehicle need? A make, model, and year. So it adds that automatically, and it's calling the super version of init automatically. So it's really convenient, actually. I'd recommend you do that. But we also want to add a new instance variable of cargo capacity. Self.cargo capacity equals cargo capacity. Okay, so the make, model, and year we're going to pass into the original constructor here, and it's going to take care of them, making them instance variables in this version of init. And then the extra cargo capacity that we're passing in, we're just going to add that, but just for trucks. Okay. Let's see, override start method to include cargo capacity in the message. Okay. I'm just going to copy and paste this and add the extra sentence there. If you wanted to get fancy, you could call super in here and append the cargo capacity specifically, but I think that's probably overkill for how simple of a function this is. It's literally just returning a one line string, right? So let's just add something to this. Let's say override start to include cargo capacity with cargo capacity of self.cargo capacity has started. Okay, then what's our third class that we want to do? Motorcycle. Okay, so we're going to add a method to this one. Let's do class motorcycle inherits from vehicle. we're gonna have a def of rev engine self. Just copy this and return this. We're gonna say the self.make, self.model, and self.year. Engine is revving loudly. Okay. So instantiate car, truck, and motorcycle. That just means make objects of each one of these, make instances of each one of them. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's say car objects equals car with Honda Civic 2020. I don't know if they had a new one in 2020, but we'll just say that. Let's do a truck object equals a truck. Ford F-150. I have no idea what typical cargo capacities are. I honestly don't have the faintest idea. Let's say 20,000 pounds. If that's horribly off, leave a comment on this video. That's revealing a gap in my knowledge. Okay, motorcycle object equals motorcycle. I don't know. I know Honda makes motorcycles too, right? Honda, I have no idea what any motorcycle ones are. That's how do we do a Harley then? Harley Davidson big motorcycle from 1996. Okay, so let's do car object. Let's print all these. Print car object start. Let's just do a few different things with these. Let's start and stop. Let's turn that into truck is gonna start. Truck is also gonna stop. And then motorcycle object is gonna start. Let's also rev its engine. Oh, I misspelled that. Okay. And then we can stop it. Okay, right, so car, what did car do? It didn't change anything from vehicle. So when we try and do, oops. Oh, we need a year. We can give it a year. Let's say 2022. Okay, let's try it again. Let's make sure we're actually stopped here. It's gonna trash all these. Okay, we didn't make it angry. So car, remember, we didn't change anything when we inherited from it. So this is just showing you what that looks like. Really, there's not much of a reason to inherit if you're not going to change anything, but this is what happens if you do that. We're just using the original one that we're inheriting from. So it's doing start. So it's going to print that out. We can stop it as well. Truck, let's see what's going on with truck. So truck gets its own cargo capacity. So when we start, we overrode that. So we're going to use the truck version of start rather than the vehicle version of start. Okay. We're going to return that, print it out. And start has its own version with cargo capacity, right? Stop is the same as before. Motorcycle, that's going to use the vehicle start. Motorcycle alone is the only one that has a new method called rev engine, okay? So big motorcycle is going to rev loudly, okay? And motorcycle, it's just going to stop. That's the original version up here, right? Okay, so this gives you an example that you can create a parent class. That parent can have multiple children classes, okay? You can add instance variables by using super in the init for the original one and then just add any extras that you want afterwards. You can override existing ones as well, or existing methods, I should say. And you can just add entirely new methods that only exist for the child or subclass, right? So that gives a quick little overview of kind of the syntax that goes behind inheritance with that. So cool. Okay, we'll see you on the next one, which will be getting into some different types of scopes of variables when we're working with classes.